Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Sakura Cupid. Are you alright, Mitsuki? I'm fine. I'm a little shaken about everything that happened at the park though. I think anybody would be shaken about that. I just wanted to go on a nice relaxing day with you. Sniff sniff. Oh, so that's the part that's shaking you? Oh yeah, that I'd be able to spend more some quality alone time with you, but then this other girl appeared out of nowhere. It just isn't fair. And you don't care that we're cupids and we can sprout wings and we're from heaven? Well, I did think that was kind of weird. Just kind of. I always sensed there was something strange about you. You don't act like an ordinary human. I don't know how I would feel, but I mean, I would be indifferent. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. You're Cupid, or you're an angel from heaven. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd find it weird. I think that's what drew me to you to begin with. Hee hee hee. You don't mind that I shot you with a love bullet? I don't mind. You shot me with a love bullet the moment I set my eyes on you. Well, that's reassuring, but Serra might have a point. Love bullets are custom made. They're a lot stronger than the arrows cupids typically use. I thought giving you a diluted shot, but I might have made a mistake. I think you love me, but your feelings might not be true. They could be an illusion. The after effects fade away. You'll come to your senses. You'll be the same old Mitsuki you were before. Your feelings for me will probably change. Feelings for me might be a lie. Lilim. Mitsuki leans forward on the couch. She extends her hands, linking her fingers together. Her palm is soft and warm. It's comforting. My feelings for you aren't a lie. But how do you know that? I'll admit I did feel kind of funny at the cafe yesterday. I don't remember it too well, but I guess that would be when you shot me. All of a sudden I was hit with a desire to be honest for once in my life. I want to confess my real feelings to you without hiding behind a mask. Maybe you did coerce me into confessing, but you didn't change my feelings. I loved you from the very beginning. You just helped me be more open about it. Alright, you know, it's been some time, but like, Lilim's face hasn't changed. She's just like shocked. Shocked. The whole time. I know myself better than anybody. I know my feelings aren't a lie. They're not. I really have had more fun with you than I've had in the last few years of my life, and if anybody says that's not true, I'll tell them that they're wrong. Even if that person's you. Mitsuki. I stare at her in awe, unbidden. I find myself squeezing her fingers with my own. She really is strong. She's far, far stronger than I ever imagined. I want to stay with you, Lilim, that's the truth. Really? Really? Always? Yes, always. I'll stay by your side no matter what. That's very reassuring to hear, but Serra won't give up. She wants me to go back to heaven. She was ordered to bring me back by Gabrielle herself. And we'll have to drive Serra off no matter how many times it takes. She was your friend at school, wasn't she? She should understand. It'd be nice if that were true, but Serra is remarkably stubborn. And even if we manage to fend her off for good, Gabrielle will come and get me herself. She can be quite scary when she gets serious. We'll fight her too. Gabrielle is one of the archangels who governs heaven. She's far stronger than me. I don't care, my love for you is stronger than anything. Mitsuki, it isn't like you to give up, Lilim. You're not acting like the cool woman I know. Believe in yourself. Believe in my love for you. If we're together, we can do anything. Mitsuki. I find myself smiling before I can stop myself. Why does being with this silly human girl make my heart feel so light? Thank you, Mitsuki. I don't really want to go back to heaven, so I'll do my best and I won't give up. I'm going to stay on Earth no matter what. It doesn't matter if Gabrielle or even Raphael or Uriel or any of the other archangels try to pull me away. I'll fight them all. I have to. I think finally, I found a place in this big, wide, old world where I can be myself. Where can I be happy? Where I belong. Meanwhile, in the celestial office of Archangel Gabriel, one of the 7 overseers of heaven. So you let her escape? That's right, I am very sorry, Lady Gabrielle. This happened solely because of my own carelessness. Well, I'm glad you're willing to take responsibility for your mistakes. But I am disappointed, Seraphim. Graduated from Cupid Academy with the highest grades in your cohort. Lilim was only barely able to scrape by. You should have been able to apprehend her with relative ease. Hey, this is where the book smarts versus the street smarts happened. I think that's where this is going. I think that's that's what's happening here. I know, it's not my fault. It's because I made a mistake. I didn't realize how cunning she is. How cunning can she be? Her grades across the board were lower than average. She doesn't seem to be particularly intelligent. It's because Lilim's lazy. She's smart, I've always known that, but she never bothered applying herself. Until she went to Earth and met that human girl. Ah yes, the human girl. Tell me, how much does she know? Well, about that. Seems the girl didn't know all that much. So Lilim didn't tell her about her true identity? No, she didn't. I don't think the girl knew anything about heaven or cupids until I descended to Earth to apprehend Lilim. Engage in combat with Lilim in front of a human? Yes. I must say, Serra, that doesn't sound like you. I did tell you to bring Lilim back by any means possible, but I thought you'd be a bit more careful. You said, right, you said by any means possible, okay? That's what you said! By any means possible, you never said be cautious. I'm sorry, it was foolish of me. I underestimated how close Lilim would be with that human girl. They were nigh inseparable. And Lilim even used her magic to protect that girl during our fight. It was like she really cared about her. Maybe that's why she was fighting so hard. I didn't expect her to take it so seriously. Lilim's never taken anything seriously before, so why? Why that girl? That is something you'll have to uncover for yourself. If it is true this human girl was largely ignorant about heaven until you intervened, then you have committed a grave offense. You'll never be promoted as an angel if you continue to act so carelessly. Oh, Lady Gabrielle, I'm sorry. Apologies mean little. Words are empty. What I want is action. Yes, of course. It's now of the utmost concern that you bring Lilim back. Bring her to me and erase the memories of that human girl too. If you don't, it won't be your promotion that's on the line. You might get banished too. Banished? What if that's an ending? I'm pretty sure that's an ending right there. Where she gets banished and they all live together. Together. All three of them. But of course, I can't trust careless Cupid to leak our secrets to the masses. It won't be a fitting punishment, don't you think? But I graduated from Cupid Academy at the top of my class. I always applied myself seriously and diligently, and I was just following your orders. Tried my best, but Lilim got the better of me. You'd better work doubly hard in the future. Believe me, it pains me to say this too. You are one of heaven's shining beacons. You're a wonderful woman, but do not let me down again. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay. Yes, of course, I'll make the preparations to apprehend Lilim right away. Good, see to it that you do. I'm surrounded by incompetent fools. How hard can it be to return one rogue Cupid back to heaven? I thought you were supposed to be smart, Seraphim, but now I'm having doubts. If you can't bring Lilim back next time, then I might have to step in. Maybe the old saying is true. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Outside the offices of heaven. Still can't believe that happened. How did I let Lilim get the better of me? Might be a more creative fighter than I am, and her weapons are more powerful, but I have more experience in combat. The old Lilim I know wouldn't have protested so fiercely. She's always been so lazy. Maybe I underestimated her. Must be a reason she was so determined during our fight. A human girl. Mitsuki, was it? I wonder what their relationship is really like. Lilim fought me to protect Mitsuki. She gave it everything she had. Her eyes were blazing. She was so passionate. I've never seen her look that serious before. Is it all because of that human girl? Not fair. Lilim's only known her for a few months. What's so special about that girl anyway? She didn't look so special to me, and I've known Lilim longer. Lilim used to be my friend. I can't stand it. I have to bring Lilim back to heaven no matter what. She belongs to me. I won't let that human girl have her. This time I won't lose. My bed is so warm and toasty. I never want to wake up. Just 5 more minutes. Lilim? I said just 5 more minutes. Lilim? Come on, Mitsuki, I already said I only want 5 more I stop. The person in my room holding an bow and arrow isn't Mitsuki. It's Serra. So I transform into my Cupid form. My lingering melts from my body to be replaced by my skin-tight suit. What are you doing here so early in the morning? I aimed to retrieve you as soon as I could under Lady Gabrielle's orders. Oh, how sweet. You're that desperate to see me, huh? Shut up. How did you even get inside my room? I glanced at the window. It's open. I must have forgotten to lock it last night. Oh, I see. They can't break through a window? You seriously fly into my room while I was asleep? What of it? Kind of creepy. Hope you weren't staring at me while I was asleep. As if I'd do something like that. I wasn't thinking about how unusually pretty you are when you keep your mouth shut for more than 5 minutes or anything. Sure. Sarah really isn't very good at lying, is she? So inept at the art of falsehood, it's kind of adorable. Sarah inhales deeply and squares her shoulders. She looks at me staunchly. Might have failed yesterday, but I won't fail now. I've strengthened both my heart and resolve. You're coming back with me whether you want to or not. So you want to ambush me? That's right. You know, this tactic would have been a lot more effective if you hadn't woken me up first. Why didn't you incapacitate me while I was asleep? That wouldn't be fair. Lady Gabrielle might have ordered me to bring you back using any method possible, but I at least wanted to give you a chance to defend yourself. God, you used to be my best friend. How sweet. You really are, darling Serra. That's why you'll never be able to best me. I rise from my bed. At the exact moment Serra fires her magical arrow, I throw the duvet up high in the air over Serra's head. What? Arrows pierce through the thin sheets easily, but it's enough to throw Serra off balance. She misfires. Instead of hitting me, the arrows ricochet about my room. The alarm clock on my bedside table that I never use is skewered against a wall. My mirror cracks in about 5 different places. A vase of flowers on my desk is splintered, bits of ceramic and stagnant water and half-dead daffodils litter my floor. I'm a little annoyed about that. It's no time to worry about the damages. I have to make my move now while Serra's still incapacitated. I dash forward, kicking off against my bed. Lilim. Serra's managed to throw the torn duvet off her body finally, but it's too little too late. I already have her. My room's small. Serra uses ranged weapons, so she's at a significant disadvantage. I use guns. I can't get in close, she has no way to counter me. And that duvet was all the distraction I need. I wrap my right arm around her, keeping her pinned in place, and summon Love Pounder with a slight flick of my wrist. My pistol materializes in a burst of pale pink light. I press the cold, hard barrel of the gun against Serra's temple just like before. We're pressed up so close. Together, I can feel her body trembling against mine. I can hear her heart pounding in her chest. There's nowhere for her to run. Nowhere to hide. Looks like I've won yet again. I wouldn't count on that. Huh? Take this, feel my divine wrath. Serra stamps on my right foot with the heel of her boot. Ow! That really smarts. What's so divine about that? I'm a cupid, everything I do is divine. Even going to the restroom? Enough! Serra grinds her heel down my foot. I hope she hasn't broken anything. Alarmed and in pain, my grip on Serra loosens. She throws me over her shoulder. My body goes flying through the air and I land on my duvet with a thud. I bounce once, twice, and then stop. My head is pounding. You meanie. It was payback for shooting me with that love bullet last time. It's not my fault you left yourself wide open. And now you're the one who's open. Serra points her bow and arrow at me once more. She presses the tip of the arrow against my chest. I think up at her, pinned to my bed on my back, just like a bug. Have you now? She's right. I don't have the duvet anymore. It's crumbled up on the floor. I can't use it to protect myself, and neither can I use it to confuse Serra. There's nothing for me to do. Nowhere for me to run. Put up a good fight, but it's clear who the victor is. Now lie back and accept defeat. You mean you're going to shoot me with that thing? Of course. If you shoot me at such a close range, you could do some real damage. I didn't stop you from shooting me in the head. That's a fair point, I guess. Compared to the humiliation you put me through, I think I'm being rather kind. I'll shoot you. I'll make you fall in love with me, even if it's only for a few minutes. Then I'll bring you back to heaven. That's your plan, is it? It's simple, but it'll be hard for me to wriggle out of this sticky situation. Just need to draw back the bow and shoot and it's all over. I'll go back to heaven and Mitsuki... Serra will erase Mitsuki's memory. I can't let that happen. I won't let that happen. And I do. Let's try and flatter Serra or try to appeal on Mitsuki's behalf. Ooh. I don't know. Which one would be good? Try and flatter on Serra? I guess? Yeah. Well, I always knew this day would come. What are you talking about? It was obvious if we ever fought seriously, you'd beat me. I mean, you always beat me in school. Expel a heavy breath from my chest and look up at the ceiling. I was no match for you after all. My cheap tricks can't compare to your level of skill. I should have known. Lilim. Serra shifts slightly. Her grip on her bow slackens. I think you fought honorably too. You tried your best. Oh no, it's kind of you to say that, but I was nothing compared to you. I think you're quite remarkable too. Please don't put yourself down like that. No, I deserve to be castigated. I've never seen that word before. I was foolish to ever try to stand against you. Serra looks at me, she blinks. She's starting to waver. Said she'd firmed up her resolve, but I wonder. If I push a little harder, maybe I can make it crack. If I could, I'd go back in time. I'd agree to go back to heaven with you in a heartbeat if I could avoid this humiliation. Oh, Lilim, do you really mean it? That's right. If I return to heaven, which now I see that I must, I would prefer to go out of my own volition as your equal, rather than your puppet, my mind controlled by lust. And now for the finishing blow. We used to be best friends once, didn't we, Serra? That's right, we were best friends. Then will you do me this one favor? Will you put down your bow and let me go back to heaven with you side by side like the friends we once were? I don't want to be apprehended like a criminal. Lilim. There shifts. She bites her lower lip. What a cutie. She really is pure. Maybe she's too pure. What about the human girl? What about her? I thought you cared for her. You defended her yesterday and you seemed rather opposed to the idea of her memories being wiped. Don't you care about what happens to her? Don't be silly, Serra. I care about you much more than any silly human girl. Well, if you're sure. Slowly, very slowly, Serra retracts her bow. She moves the tip of her arrow away from my chest and lets her arrow dissolve in a shower of particles. Here. With a small smile, Serra extends her hand towards me. Can you stand? Thank you, Serra. I accept her hand tremulously. Thank you for being such a good friend, and my eyes flash. Thank you for being so easy to trick. Ikia! Serra squeaks in alarm. With one movement, I summon my pistol from thin air and press against Serra's temple. You tricked me! That's right, now hold still. I don't give Serra a chance to try and fight back this time. My foot still smarts from earlier, and I don't want her stamping on the other one. I won't let her. Without mercy, I press my fingers against the trigger. Yeah! And I fire yet another love bullet into Serra's head. Can't believe it, I lost again. Serra sits on the couch in the living room, staring at her feet. She sniffs. The effects of the love bullet have long since worn off, but she hasn't gone back to heaven yet. Woo! I'm gonna end the episode here, everybody. We'll find out in the next episode what's gonna happen because, well, she's afraid to go back to Gabrielle now, so I'm pretty sure my prediction for her staying here was correct now. Hooray! Now we'll see if the three of them will have some fun together. If you guys enjoyed this episode, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!